All right, hey guys, we're going down the highway. This is on the way back from Syracuse Nationals, and we thought we'd just take an opportunity. Somebody asked us on a comment in a previous video of different things that are on the truck, on the dash, and like, what is all that stuff? And so we thought Herman and I thought we'd take an opportunity. So just for context, our truck is a 2005 379 Peterbilt short hood. And you say, well, what's a short hood? Well, that's a short hood. They do have an extended hood also, but ours is a short hood. We did that just for length of the rig. And the rig, Herman, is what, 79 feet?
79 feet, 3 1/2 inches bumper to bumper.
So there you go. There that is. So, all right. So we're going to start, obviously, Peterbilt. See the big logo there? We're big fans of Peterbilt. So you've got all kinds of gauges. Let's start with those.
Well, over on your left there, we've got a clock. And immediately above that is the engine oil temperature. Directly below that is your oil pressure. To the right of that is your speedometer. Tachometer. And to the right of that is your speedometer and odometer. Right upper beyond the speedometer is your water temperature. And right lower beyond the speedometer is your air pressure gauge. You move on over, the top is your fuel gauge. The center gauge there on top is a air filter condition gauge. And the one at the top right is your main transmission oil temperature. You drop back down to that center line, and that's your volt gauge. Tells you how many volts you have in your batteries. This truck requires 4 huge 12-volt batteries, all wired in series. You notice there on that center gauge, it says manifold pressure, and it's setting at 40. At the moment, I'm climbing a hill, so I've got 40 pounds of boost on my turbochargers out there on the motor. I don't know if you can see that one over behind, but that is the front drive axle oil temperature. You go down to the bottom 3 gauges there, and there's another air pressure gauge there. I have a handle right there that I can pull and apply the trailer brake only. The tractor brakes would not be applied at that point, and it would tell you how much air pressure you were applying to the trailer. That center gauge right there is your pyrometer, and that is the exhaust gas temperature going out through the exhaust manifold at this time. The one on the far bottom right there is your rear drive axle oil temperature. So some trucks have a lot more gauges. When we spec this truck out to buy it brand new, those were the things that we felt like we needed and wanted. So that's all we have. We have stuff all over the windshield. You know, you got a device right there, and that is for your Oklahoma and Texas turnpikes that you call a pike pass. You look up at the top of the windshield there, you can see a video camera right up there. That's taking a video of everything out in front of me as we drive down the highway. If something happened there, we could save that. If I had a crash, for example, and you wanted to save that video of that crash for future reference, you could do that. To the right of that, there's a black rectangular box stuck on the windshield there. It says pre-pass on that. And we're required to run under the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration rules. And one of those rules is that we have to pull into all weigh stations when they're open. Some of those weigh stations have a pre-pass capability, and we can get a pre-pass and go on by, don't have to pull in. The little blue box there below that is called an Easy Pass. That is a turnpike monitor for Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey turnpikes.
Delaware.
And Delaware, yes. Also, we have a GPS. At the moment, we've got the GPS programmed for our home address. Tells you where your turns are. You notice there at the top it says I've got a weigh station coming up, but it's 188 miles before I get there. I've got a Love's Travel Center, 31 miles. We've got a westbound rest area there, 20 miles. You notice there's a speedometer there. It says, it shows me the current speed limit I'm in. I'm running 69 miles per hour. I use that pretty much exclusively rather than use the speedometer in the dash. Directly below that on the dash there, this is our electronic logging device that we're required to use. Right now it shows that I have 5 hours and 37 minutes left, and then I have to stop and take a 30-minute off-duty break. Then I can go 6 more hours for a total of 11 hours. It also has a map in there, shows where I'm at. Little arrow right there shows that's where I am right now. It shows me how many hours I've got, 8 hours and 36 minutes left to drive today. Shake and brake. I've got 5 hours and 36 minutes left. I have to take that break. My shift ends at 10 hours and 19 minutes. And then I have to take a 10-hour off-duty break, then show off-duty and or in the sleeper, a combination thereof. You don't have to show a full 10 hours in the sleeper. You can bust that up if you want. For example, you can go, say, 6 hours of sleeping and 4 hours off duty. Do what they call a split break. My duty cycle there, I've got 61 hours left that I can actually operate before I have to shut down and take a 34-hour off-duty break completely. So that's pretty much it. We got the CB radio up there. Not many people run the CB radio anymore. You don't hear much going on those, but back in the day, every truck driver had a CB radio. You knew what was going on down the highway in front of you. If you got in for example, a construction zone or a crash zone, you could find out, which lane was open, if you needed to be in the left lane or the right lane or whatever. We also have all kinds of switches on the dash here that operate various things. Just now I flipped that switch down right there and I made my exhaust brake come on. And it actually, what it does, it uses the engine as a brake. That's also my cruise resume right there. Various other switches. I've got power mirrors, fuel gauge, lights, mirror door locks over here, power window there. That's a blank right there, I think. I remember that one there shows, I keep it on the left fuel tank. I can put that down and monitor how much fuel's in the right tank right there on that one. There's one right there that turns my engine fan on. If my engine temperature gets up too high for my liking, I'm kind of paranoid about letting an engine get too hot. These Caterpillar motors like we have in this truck, it is programmed that the cooling fan only kicks on when it gets up to 210 degrees. And I just don't like to see a diesel motor running that hot. So I can turn the fan on manually there and bring my engine temperature back down to 180 degrees, which I feel a whole lot more comfortable with. That 210 degrees, in my opinion, is way too hot. It's too hard on the cylinder heads, too hard on the cylinder head gaskets, and a lot of other related components. So that, my friends, I hope that answered some of the people's questions about what all is going on inside of one of these trucks.
All right, guys. Well, I hope that was informative for you. We just thought we'd do a different kind of video. We've done a ton of product videos and stuff, so we just thought we'd do something different for you guys. So I know this is a bit of a long one, but we appreciate you watching it, and we hope to see you again back on H&H TV.